Thank you, Bomme Tapelo Mribame, Le Situnya Mulisiwa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to speak for very long because, as I can see, most of you are already tired. But maybe I must express my delight to be here today at this praiseworthy event. I commend the Botswana Stock Exchange for finding it fitting that they should bring such a wide array of companies together to learn from each other and get to fully comprehend the several capital-raising alternatives available, and above all, to demystify the process of listing, particularly for the SMMEs. We at the Voice of Business in Botswana would like to thank the BSC, who is a member of Business Botswana, and we believe that there are several opportunities we could harness in order to promote the growth of domestic capital markets. My presence here today signifies the strength of this relationship, and I must assure you that we will henceforth engage further on areas of cooperation for the benefit of all the industries as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, Business Botswana is an association representing employers in all sectors of the economy. Previously known as BOKIM, Business Botswana has been the vanguard and the voice of the Botswana private sector since 1971. Since then, we have protected the economic interests of the business community, and through our philosophy of constructive policy dialogue, we have won the confidence and respect of the government and other stakeholders locally. Ladies and gentlemen, I ascended to the presidency of Business Botswana some 3.5 years ago, and the Business Botswana term for presidency is 2 years. You do not need to take out your calculators. I'll be stepping down in June this year. This is the first time I announced this, and I have a reason for doing so. When I campaigned through that tumultuous period, I promised you, the business community, that I was taking this position to make some changes and improvements to your organization. I'm quite happy to let you know that the name Business Botswana is not only short and sweet, but the significance of that name is that we have undergone change, and soon you will be introduced to our dreams for the voice of business in Botswana. Business Botswana has now adopted an apex model that will be all-encompassing and inclusive of the whole private sector in the country. The Business Botswana structure will be made up of regional chambers of commerce, will be made out of associations such as Law Society, Institute of Architects, Conservators Association, and so on, and other groupings in addition to the individual businesses, as has traditionally been the case. These changes will enable Business Botswana to engage fully on issues of local economic development, as well as informed contribution to the national policy-making framework. We will endeavor to contribute to the national discussion through our soon-to-be set research functions. As I leave in June, or maybe let me tell you that as I'm speaking right now, the Constitution has been adopted, has been registered, the name has been registered. We are on the implementation trail, and I'll leave you with a going concern. Yes, we have talked about demystifying the listing process. However, we had very erudite, eloquent, very capable, experienced minds delivering this demystification. To demystify means that even an ordinary man like me should be able to drive that process. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to address members of the business community. As successful, dynamic businesses that are considering listing in the Botswana Stock Exchange to further grow their businesses, this is not an assumption. I'm convinced that this is what you are going to do, my members. I believe your success is worth sharing with the business community and Botswana at large. Accordingly, I invite you to participate, and I have a reason for this, in the Private Sector Business Growth Award, which is presented by Grant Thornton and Business Botswana in collaboration. I believe that this platform will help most of you to prepare for embarking on the listing exercise. The award ceremony, which is in its third year, recognizes the contribution that the private sector is making towards the growth of the country's economy and looks at various aspects such as innovation, market development, strategic leadership, people and culture, and financial measures. This, as I said, would be a great opportunity in the road towards readying yourself for listing. Let me not pretend that I'm that erudite myself, but there is just no way you'd even attempt it unless you are ready. And readying yourself will take looking at all those aspects that I've just mentioned. I strongly believe that the stories of Botswana, private companies like yours, committed to strategic and holistic growth, need to be shared, and not only to celebrate your success and achievements, but also to illustrate to the country and Botswana business community, that success in the private sector of Botswana can be achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, I agreed to speak and give vote of thanks, and the reward for that was to invite you, to be allowed to invite you to our Northern Trade Fair, which will be held in Francistown from the 24th to the 28th of May. This fair serves as a marketplace for various industries, professionals, and market players to increase the visibility of SMMEs and other companies and sensitize Botswana about the products and services offered by the participants. For SMMEs, it also serves as a great opportunity for them to create new relationships which, if nurtured, will culminate in viable businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to come and give a vote of thanks. Let me thank His Honor the Vice President in absentia, Re Mokgweetsi Masisi, for his official opening remarks earlier. The BSc Main Committee Chairperson, Lieutenant General Re Tebogo Masire, our host, Mr. Tapelo Tseole, the guest speaker, Mayor Stacey Warden, panelists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media houses, we thank you for your support. Lekamoso bagaetsho. This event would not have been possible without the sponsorship of BIHL Group, Standard Chartered Bank, Botswana, BDC, KPMG, Desai Law Group, BTCL, Weekend Post, and Botswana Guardian. On behalf of BSc, ra le leboga bagaetsho le kamoso. A gone pula.